Okay. So whenever you're ready, Vassiliki, you can start. The floor is yours. Welcome to anyone that is entering now in the session. The recording is in progress, and you can go. The floor is yours.
Okay, so welcome back. Can you see the screen? Yes.
Yes, perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so welcome back, everyone. In Unit 3.2, we built the physical space of the Smart Lab. And in Unit 3.3, we built the institutional strategy you will have to create in your own Smart Lab. Today, we focus on something different. Research on smart labs and entrepreneurship programs has shown that the quality of mentoring relationships is a stronger predictor of student success than the sophistication of the equipment. Not the equipment or the budget, but the relationship between a student and a mentor is the most important thing in the smart lab. So that is what Unit 3.4 is about. Not just the theory. Sorry. Okay, not just the theory of mentoring, but the practical skills, the structures, and the approaches that make mentoring relationships actually work for young entrepreneurs in the VET context. So there are 6 objectives for this unit. Let me give you the essence in one sentence. So by the end of Unit 3.4, you will understand what mentoring actually is, what it requires of the mentor, how mentoring relationships develop over time, and how to build and sustain them in the context of your Smart Lab. The reflection exercise for this unit asks you to develop your own mentoring approach, your style, your methods, and how you will handle the challenges you will inevitably face. Everything in this session feeds into that. So let me start with the definition, because the word mentoring is used very loosely and that creates confusion. Mentoring is a professional relationship where a more experienced person guides a less experienced one. It addresses both professional development and personal growth. It is characterized by depth, duration, and genuine investment in the mentee's overall development. Now, 3 things mentoring is often confused with. First is coaching, that focuses on performance improvement in a specific skill or role. A coach does not need to have done what the coach is doing, they need facilitation skills mainly. Consulting, that provides expert advice and solution. A consultant, for example, tells you what to do. On the contrary, a mentor helps you figure it out. And lastly, supervision, which is the line management, performance oversight, and operational direction. A supervisor assesses whether you did the task, whether a mentor helps you grow as a person and as a professional. So why does this distinction matter? Because when you recruit mentors for your Smart Lab, you need people who understand they are not consultants delivering advice, for example. They are building a relationship with young persons. That requires a different approach. In your experience, think about if you have ever had a mentor and how that relationship was built. There are 2 primary functions that effective mentoring relationships serve. You need to understand both. First, we have career-related mentoring that focuses on professional success. It includes sponsorship, advocating for the mentee's opportunities, exposure, coaching and skill development, and of course protection, shielding the mentee from damaging situations. Then we have psychosocial mentoring, that focuses on identity, confidence, and resilience. It includes acceptance and confirmation, counseling, role modeling, and personal support. For young entrepreneurs, both functions are essential. Career-related mentoring gives them the practical business guidance they lack, and access to networks, market knowledge, technical advice, things a young person cannot easily access on their own. On the other hand, psychosocial mentoring gives them the confidence and resilience to keep going when things are hard. The best mentors have to develop both competencies. So, mentoring relationships develop through 4 stages. Understanding these stages helps you set expectations for mentors, for mentees, and for your program structure. Stage 1 is initiation, the foundation building phase. Step 2 is cultivation, the most active development phase. Stage 3 is separation, which is a transition period. And stage 4 is redefinition. The relationship transforms after that stage. In Smart Lab contexts, programs run maybe for 1 or 2 semesters. So maybe that is a small amount of time to develop all 4 stages. But the most important one is, of course, the first stage, initiation, and the quality of the first stage determines the quality of everything that follows after that. The initiation stage is critical. So let me give you a framework for starting a mentoring relationship well. Step 1 is to get to know each other, share backgrounds, ask open questions about what drives the mentee, what do you find most challenging, and of course, always be authentic. Create a space where you can be honest with each other from the beginning. Step 2 is to decide to work together. This is very important because both parties actively confirm they want to build this relationship. You can also, at this stage, clarify goals and discuss logistics. And lastly, step 3 is the setting of expectations. You can agree on how your communication channels will work and establish rules, define the support style you will give to the mentee, and the building principle behind all these 3 steps is to be the young entrepreneur's champion from the very beginning. That you are there to support them, not judge them, and that you believe in their potential. So trust is the foundation of every mentoring relationship. It develops slowly and it can be also destroyed very quickly. You need to think about 4 practical techniques for building this rapport. Deep listening is very important, open questions, summarizing, repeating basically, and coaching, and the coaching style. This is the GROW model that we will also refer to later in this session. And it's a way to structure conversations without imposing solutions. 3 practical tips specifically for starting with young entrepreneurs is to prepare, to discover first, and also share your own vulnerabilities. Tell them about the failures that you have experienced. Effective entrepreneurship mentoring requires 4 specific competence domains. Think of this as the 4 jobs of a mentor. The first one is instructing and developing, inspiring, managing skills, and opening doors, using your network actively for the mentee's benefit. These 4 competencies require different skills and different kinds of knowledge. This slide gives you a profile of what an effective mentor needs across 3 dimensions. First, we have the competencies that are empathy, methodological and pedagogical competencies, problem solving, and observation skills. Then we have the skills, which is listening, communication, organization, self-confidence, leadership, of course, all this. And of course, attitudes. Creativity, honesty and authenticity, trustworthiness, loyalty, flexibility, willingness to share knowledge. You can use this profile when you will be actively recruiting mentors for your Smart Lab. So let me go a bit further on what predicts a mentor's success. High potential mentors show 3 different characteristics: openness, integrity, and responsibility. Moderate potential mentors can develop into high potentials with support, of course. There is also an important distinction between 2 mentoring styles. Task mentors focus on business performance, metrics, skills, specific outcomes. And then we have personal mentors who focus on developing identity, confidence, and resilience. Both are very, very valuable. Soft skills are the day-to-day currency of a mentoring relationship. 8 that every mentor needs, from the ones I have already provided, is giving and receiving feedback, motivation and ability to inspire, flexibility, patience for sustained effort, boundaries and confidentiality, adaptability to different mentees, and persistence despite challenges. Beyond soft skills, effective entrepreneurship mentors also need some hard skills. Hard skills include training and facilitation skills, business and professional ones, solution-focused thinking and results orientation and planning skills. Knowledge areas span from deep understanding of a mentee's industry to entrepreneurship itself, from business planning and financial literacy to people management, marketing, general management, and finance. The key implication here is for mentor to mentee matching. Not every mentor will have deep knowledge in every of these areas. So you need a diverse mentor pool, let's say, that covers different industries, different areas, and different types of experience. That is more valuable than a large number of mentors that have the same background. So this framework organizes mentoring competences into 3 tiers, and it has 2 practical applications. You can use this to train your mentors and also to assess the mentoring quality over time. Level 1 is the foundational competencies. Level 2 is the development competencies, and level 3 is the advanced competencies. That last point is the most important because the ultimate goal of mentoring is that the mentee no longer needs the mentor. So even well-designed mentoring relationships can encounter difficulties, of course. So I would like to go through the 5 most common challenges, the practical response and the practical response to it. You can see some of them in the screen. So the first one is the mentor is not ready. They have misaligned expectations and lack of clarity on goals. The second one is unclear priorities. The mentee cannot identify what to focus on. Then we have limited engagement, which is that the mentee participates but seems disengaged. Poor communications, meetings happen but little is achieved. And lastly, there isn't the right fit. So the mentor and the mentee simply are not well matched. The Benefits of the mentoring. Mentoring creates value in 3 directions at the same time. For mentees, faster career advancement, higher earnings, increased job satisfaction. For mentors, we have development of communication and coaching skills, stronger professional network, and institutional recognition. And lastly, for the organization, there is a reducing dropout and attrition and a building of a stronger alumni network. I would like to bring the unit together at this point with 7 principles that should guide every mentoring relationship in your Smart Lab. You can start with connection, listen more than you speak, clarify expectations early, build trust through transparency, focus on solutions and not the problems, respect mentee autonomy, and recognize mutual benefits. Now, let's go over the most practical tool in this unit, as I mentioned before, the GROW model. So, GROW is a 4-stage framework for structuring productive mentoring conversation. It is simple to use in every session and powerful enough to transform conversation into progress. So, we have the goal, the reality, the options, and the way forward. You can teach this model to every mentor in your program as a way for them to facilitate conversations and also their mentoring process. So now we have the reflection exercise. The reflection exercise for Unit 3.4 has 3 parts. Part A is your style. You can reflect on your personal mentoring profile. Part B is your approach. You can outline how you will manage the relationship. And part C is anticipating challenges. You can prepare for potential obstacles. So this is a brief outline of Unit 3.4. If you go over to the modules platform, you can have a more broad understanding of the content in this unit. I don't know if you have any questions. For the next unit, Unit 3.5, we will turn to the ecosystem of the Smart Lab and how to build that, how to connect your Smart Lab to the world, to partners, stakeholders, and opportunities that will multiply the Smart Lab's impact. So if you don't have any other questions, I would thank you for your time and see you in Unit 3.5. I don't know if there are any comments, questions, etc.
Thank you very much,
I
Vassiliki, for
cannot
the
see
session.
I cannot see your questions. I don't know if you had any, but yes, thank you for your time. You don't have it.
Someone wants to do a question, or everything is clear?
Everything is clear and it was very interesting.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Vassiliki.
Thank you, Vassiliki.
Thank you, Clotilde.
Okay. So, as always, I will upload the recording of the session in the Drive and tomorrow, not today, in the platform. See you next week at the same time for the other session. I don't remember which one will be the topic. Which topic will be like next session topic, Vassiliki? I don't remember
Will
it.
be the ecosystem building of the Smart Lab, how to connect with partners, stakeholders, and ways to make it more sustainable and make the outreach of the Smart Lab bigger.
Okay, cool. So see you for the next session, and thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a nice evening.
Ciao.